Podcast starts at 19 seconds.
Welcome to a new episode of Fit the Description, a Black Men's podcast where various Black men come together to talk about life, society, entertainment, culture, news, and whatever else we want to talk about from various Black men's perspectives. I'm your host, G, and today we got Keith.
What's up?
And we may have people come in, we may not. We'll see what happens. With that being said, make sure on your way in to make sure to subscribe and follow, depending on the platform that you're on. Also, make sure to check out the Clips channel, Fit the Description podcast over there on YouTube. If you want to check us out on audio platforms, all the links will be down below. For example, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, we're over there, so you can check us out there. And we also have an Instagram, OPN, Opinion Peace Network. Well, opinion_peace_network. So you can check us out over there. I know I haven't worked on it, but I'm trying to get back to it. I'm just working on other stuff right now. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. I mean, I know you're not into investing, but I invest, and I want you to hear how crazy this is.
President Biden's proposal to raise taxes. In Biden's proposal, he wants to try something new. He wants to create a new tax on unrealized capital gains. So let me give you an example of this to clarify for you. So let's just say that you buy a stock for $100, okay, 100, and it goes up to 120. And then you sell it. In that example, your profit is going to be $20, and you would have $20 of taxable income. And you would pay taxes on that. You'd pay about, let's just say $5 of tax on your $20 gain, okay? Now, here's what Biden is proposing. It's revolutionary, and you may or may not like it. So let's just say you buy a stock for $100. It goes up to 120, right? But in this example, you don't sell it. But at the end of the year, even though you didn't sell your stock, it went up in value on paper. So you have to pay taxes on your $20 gain. And it would be the same concept on your home. So let's just say you buy a home and you don't sell it, but your home goes up in value. Then you would have to pay taxes on your home going up in value, even though you didn't sell it. This is on top of your property taxes. If your home goes down in value, you cannot claim a tax deduction. The government is trying to tax a sale that has not happened yet.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
Oh, no disagreement there.
Dude,
I don't, like I said, I don't really know too much about that. I'm not gonna say it doesn't affect me at all, but
but just that statement is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dude. If I buy a stock, it hits $120,000, then it goes down to $20 an hour. I mean, not $20 an hour. It goes down to $20. I gotta pay taxes on $120,000.
Well, just the 20,000, not the 120,000.
Well, no, because if it goes up, well, yeah, basically, but yeah, if it goes up to 120,000,
however much you make is what you have to pay taxes on. Basically.
Yeah, which is
that's what I got.
Yeah, basically, yeah, which doesn't make sense if you don't sell it. Like, it makes sense if you sell it, yes.
But the only thing that's stupid about that is that I don't like how he said. I mean, I might have heard him wrong, but it's like if you put $100 into the investment and all you get back is $20. So, but you mean to tell me if I put $1 million into this investment and I make 20,000, I'm only getting back 20,000,
no.
Not the million and 20,000?
No, I don't think. Okay, hold on. Let's see if James can comment. James,
no, he's not saying that. He's saying that you're making $20,000 or $20 in profit.
Okay, so you're still getting back. Okay.
Yeah, you get all your money. You get all your money,
okay.
But you're taxed on the 20. So it's basically capital gains. So you're gonna get taxed on the money. So basically, It's kind of smart because they're trying to make the economy heat up.
Okay.
So,
like I said, I don't know too much about that. So
it's basically like this. Mm-hmm. If you were to put $100 in the stock and you were to make $100 off the stock, most people would be like, cool, I made $100. Let's see how much more they can make. But your attitude would change if you knew that you were going to get taxed on that $100. Instead,
Mm-hmm.
you would probably pull that $100 out, try to do something with it, because you're going to get taxed on it regardless. So too many people right now are starting to go, oh, this is a bear market, so they're going to hold on to the money. They're going to see what it does. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. If you're constantly getting taxed on gains, you're going to get rid of some of that money or do something with it.
So they're trying to
people,
force.
Most people, if they were smart, and G's about to try to counter this, but
not at
this is what most rich people would do. They would take that money that they're going to get taxed on, put it into something else, which makes it a loss. So it cancels out everything.
Well, I wasn't going to argue it, but
you had some comment to make. But again, that's at the because you were just outraged a minute ago.
Well,
but
yeah, about the whole entire thing where if it goes up, even if you don't sell, you're still going to have to pay taxes on that max price. Which
exactly.
Is ridiculous. Yeah,
it's ridiculous because you're one of those people that would literally, you look at money like money. Rich people don't look at money as money. Rich people look at it as something to use. So if a rich person gets $100, they try to figure out what to do that $100 to make it $1,000. But to bury it in something like Keith was saying, if he put $1 million in and he made 50,000 off that million, most people would just go and have a party and get taxed on the 50,000.
Oh, yeah.
Most rich people would take that 50,000, buy a house with it, bury that money, so it would now be a loss, and then take the property and turn it into an Airbnb.
No, and that's how I think. Like, when it comes to money, it's like, I guess I've always had a consistent cash flow. So it's like, I don't really care. Like, I can't take it with me. So it's like, I don't feel like from having as many life scares as I've had personally, it's like I spend money like it's water. But it's like I am always trying to figure out, it's just like we're in the process of getting a car. It's like I don't see this car as making my life easier. I see like, how can I profit off this vehicle? Like, I'm going to start giving, charging people rides or doing Amazon Flex on my free time. Like, I don't see it as, oh, well, it's going to get us from A to B. That's what Uber and Lyft is for. Like, I don't give a about. So money, I spend money just as fast as I get it. But it's like, if I can double my profit on that, it's like I'm not hoarding money, because if I learned a long time, if I don't spend it, somebody else is going to spend it. So all that hoarding money and saying I have savings, like, don't get me wrong, I save out of every check. I got a little safe or an envelope where I put like $20 to the side, and I got a little hidden stash just for me, just in case I need something. But being like saving hundreds and hundreds of dollars, nah, that's just not my MO. That is not my MO at all. Because I just feel like you're gonna always need it for something. I like to enjoy life. So, but if I have a chance to flip that, $200-300 into, like, if I spend $1,000 on this car, I need to make that back. Like, GameStop, it's not to save it, or it's because, okay, I just spent $1,000 on this car, I need to get my profit back. Like, I'm not a big fan of those people, like James said, who just sit on money, or just like, oh God, I'm just never gonna have money again. No, there's too many ways to make money out there, especially out here in Vegas. If you can't make money, then you're like, that's just you. That's just a you problem at that point. So, but I feel like that about everywhere. If you can't just sit on your ass and expect to make money, it's not gonna happen. I don't feel like it's gonna work for everybody. If there's like a statistic of maybe like 98% of people can't do it, and maybe that 2% can, that's those and those numbers just aren't enough for a person like me. Are you making life-changing money, or just like it's like I get paid, $1,300 every 2 weeks to do this security job, which I sit on my ass like from 12 to 8 watching movies and playing the Switch. So it's like, well, why can't I take 200 of that and go bet on a basketball team? And it's like, sometimes I win, sometimes I don't. But if I can flip that, I would say the winning to losing ratio. Now, I don't gamble, but it's like if I see a team that I can see, like I'll bet on like 5 teams every month and be like, okay, I'll look at the statistics. Sometimes I win, sometimes I don't. One time I won like $600 and I didn't go back for like 3 months. And then one time I lost and was like, okay, I'll try it again next month. And so on and so be it. But I'm all about doubling my money. I'm not about but I also know it's just like this whole thing that I'm trying to do with this business. I don't care about losing money. I know I'm going to have to lose money to do this business. Like, that's not my problem. But hoarding is just ridiculous. It's like you're going to spend it on, like I tell my girl that all the time. I'm just like, okay, so you don't want to buy what you want, but you'll sit here and buy fast food all day long. So that doesn't make a lot of sense to a person like that. And then when I buy cool shit, and you're like, well, you're buying cool shit, I want to buy cool shit. You just spent hundreds of dollars on out to eat food. It's like, that was your cool.
What I was trying to say to James was that it sounds like what they were trying to do is trying to get you to spend money from what he was explaining. That's what I was trying to say. I was trying to argue. I was just trying to see from what that descriptor was saying. It just sounded like they're trying to force people who are holding their money into stocks and investment to spend their money. That's what I was trying to say. But either way, back to you. I more live by the saying that I learned during the pandemic is you got to make your money work for you. So that's kind of one of the reasons why, I got into investments. Like, I don't do gambling because I never win. I've never, ever won. I've been to Vegas multiple times. Hell, you were with me a couple of those times. And I always lose.
Yeah, but that's a different type of gambling, though. Like, what you're like, that's not sports. Like, I'm not saying it has to be on sports, but it's like, if you're like, I would never go to the slot machine. Like, okay, for instance, it's like we took $60 a piece and we went to Resort World and we played blackjack and roulette. So if we lose the $60, we're done. I don't care. I went in there thinking I'm not gonna walk away with this $60, no matter what. So it's like, if we can come away with anything, then so be it. So I lost 10. She gained 40. We walked away. We walked away. So it's like, what are you gambling? And it's like, what are you betting? Are you going there to be like, oh, well, I don't want to lose no money. So it's like, I'm going into the casino thinking like, no, I'm about to lose. There's no ifs and buts about it.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on what age you're talking to me. Like, when I was a kid, I only put like in $5, a couple of dollars, of course, but I was a kid back then. But as I got older, I put in a couple of hundred, and yeah, that was not a good feeling.
A couple of hundred towards what?
I want to say, well, yeah, mostly it was the slots, and I think
I never do the fucking slots. I could have told you that.
And I played.
That was your first mistake.
Fair enough. And then I think I forgot what the game was because it was so long ago, but I played one table, and yeah, they basically took almost everything. I said, yeah, I can't do it. I forgot what it was because it was so long ago.
So, like I said, I'm not saying to bet that way, or like I said, betting is not something that I do consistently. But like I said, it's like on the Million Hill app. It's like, it was a Dallas game a long time ago. I think it was against the Hornets, and it was like whoever gets to 12, like on a $20 bet, it was like the first team to 12. So I bet Dallas on a $20 bet, and I won $73, and I was done. It's like I can afford to lose $20 and gain $73 on whoever is the first team to make it, or like I chose Dallas to make it to 12 first, and they did. It's like bets like that, I don't mind, because it's like it's quick, it's easy, it's over fast. I'm not betting on a whole game. I'm not betting on a spread. I'm not betting on a. It's like I bet on players. Like, okay, this player will put up like how they do on TNT. It's like, will Kyrie make 2 threes? Will Tatum? So it's like if you can say yes or no to all of those bets on a $20 bet, and let's say you win, dude, that's like $200 that you won on a $200 bet just by getting things right. It's like it's not that hard. I do it all the time, which is easy. Those are easy bets. Like if I'm betting on spreads and are they gonna cover the 240 mark and pluses and minuses? I don't do none of that, because you got to really be in tune with all of that. I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
But I am that guy. I know players, and it's like I feel like that with life. It's like stocks. I don't know too much about stocks. If I were to invest in any stocks, it would be like for whoever made combs or laundromats. I mean, I'd invest in the little guy 100%. Vending machines and those little parking meters. I mean, I'd invest in shit like that. I'd invest in backhoes and U-Haul, like that's always being used 100%. Like I would invest in that. Like I really don't care for like big investments like, corporations, because I'm just like, you're going to need a hell of a buy-in. But it's like, if I were to invest, it'd be in the small guy, like whoever makes straws for sodas or like that, or lids for sodas. It's like, you're always going to need this, always and forever. It's never going to go out of business, never going to go out of style.
So the reason why investments work a lot better for me is because I kind of done it my entire life, where like over the years, and of course I'm probably lucky, I wouldn't recommend people doing this, but over the years, I let a lot of people, lend money, like every single, like I've always let people lend money. Now, on a couple of cases, it went bad. And on like 1 or 2 cases, it went terribly bad. So I'm not really big on that. But the thing is that normally when people pay me back, they normally pay me back at the time I needed it the most, every single time. And I always appreciate that. And that's why investing and like going to, I'm more into crypto, but that's why investing was made a lot more sense to me, because the fact that I could just take a portion of my money, put it away, and watch it go up and understand. I've actually made money in investing. I've actually wound up making money. I mean, even though I regret it, I actually had to sell a lot of my shares over the last couple of years, but yeah, I've actually made money through investing. To me, it's just a lot more sense, because instead of me, putting my money into other people's hands and then hoping I get it back, this way I could just leave it into something that I believe in or I agree with. And then if it works or it blows up, I get a massive return, which again, I went through. I mean, it wasn't as big as I take that back. I didn't take it out when it was at the highest I probably should have. I actually wound up making money in the stock market. I made a good amount. And so that's why I said, for me, investing just makes a lot more sense than gambling. But and again, it's also because in my experience in gambling, I never really win. But in investing, I actually have. So, and I won big in investing. Now, nothing life changed. I'm not saying I became a millionaire, but I will say I've actually won big in investing.
You stop talking.
Oh, I was done. That's all I was going to chime in.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like I guess that I don't really have too much to. Like I said, when it comes to to that aspect when it comes to investing, I don't know. That's you guys know about that a lot more than I do.
Yeah.
To each his own.
Yeah.
It's pretty
To
much the
each
same
his
thing,
own.
bro, as gambling. It's the same shit.
Like, okay. I mean, like I said, I'll take your word for it. Like I said, I have no.
I mean, honestly, bro, there is gambling in the stock market. Like you can literally do puts and calls. If you do puts and calls, that's literally gambling on if a stock's gonna lose money or fucking make money.
Mhm.
That's literally all it is. You don't have to know shit else. You don't have to learn about, spreads and all that extra shit. All you're doing is betting on that, whatever, 100 shares, 50 shares, and the time limit.
Mhm.
In 30 days, is this stock going to make money or is it going to lose money? And then it's just like playing a game of craps. You're literally going to bet fucking the pass or no, don't pass fucking line.
Yeah, see, that's why, like I said, I play games that I'm good at. Not really good at craps, but I see your point. I see your
Yeah.
point.
Like I said, there's different ways. Like again, there's a lot of gambling and day trading. There's a lot of different ways to do stocks. But no, I get you. I mean, trust me, bro. I'm more of an easy, tangible dude. So definitely give me a pair of dice and I will be at a fucking craps table in Vegas, no problem. Shit. He can kiss my ass, but all
I,
the rest of that bullshit.
I feel you.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
everybody's different when it comes. It's pretty funny that everybody thinks the same when it comes to that because like you're not the first person I heard say that stocking or stocks are like gambling. Like I said, I know a guy who professionally makes a lot of money fucking gambling at these casinos and don't get me wrong, he has to front a million to, lose 500 to win 700,000 to lose 500,000 to win 700,000 and take 300,000, go to another casino, win back. Like it's a fucking ordeal. And I just listen to him and I'm just like, bro, like that's a lot. But it's like when you make that your job and this is your, this is what you do for a living. It's like it's not because that's what you do for a living.
yeah.
Like I would never fucking do it.
I think you have to have a lot of mental fortitude to do something like that because I've been seeing videos like that where dudes be like doing like professional gambling and they'll lose like $1 million and then they'll have to go back get $5,000 and then like or like they'll have to take out a loan and hopefully they get that back in the next game. I like something like that. I can't stomach like playing with that much money. I could probably play with that much a part of that much money, but I can't play with that much money, man. Like I watched those videos and it just makes me sick to my stomach. I'm like, I can imagine losing just watching a dude lose $1 million and then go back and then make 500,000 and be like, okay, I'm at a point like I don't know how people can do it.
And that's what happens when you have a tight asshole and you like to spend money.
The same people will sit there and say, I don't understand how you can sit in front of your fucking computer all day talking about, oh man, if this stock just like it's like a drug, bro. Like you'll sit there and be like,
Yeah, that's actually very true. He
oh
makes a
man,
good point on that.
oh man, if
It's like
this
I couldn't sit here and do this Twitch shit. It's like I got a consistent source of income that I would never take away. So
yeah.
I don't see the allure of sitting in front of your computer and doing shit. And it's like, I'm not saying that a person doesn't make as much as I do, but it's like I said, I got a consistent, $2,600 coming to me by doing absolutely nothing. You say you're doing nothing. I guarantee you, I literally open a door from like
Okay,
12
fair
to 2.
enough.
And after,
Fair enough.
and it's like fucking after that, it's like like I said, I'm watching movies or playing on my Switch. Like that's what they're paying me for. So I talk shit all night. I can walk to the store, get something to drink. I go to the bar that's right next door when it's slow. Go hang out with them for a little bit. Fucking, they're always asking me to do shots, and I mean, I don't drink, so I don't do them. But I got a lot of freedom. So it's like for a person like me, for when people say that I don't do anything, like I know how you be saying I got back issues from sitting in an uncomfortable ass chair and my fucking eyes hurt or I'm tired of shit. Man, I come home and play the game. It's just like her fucking income. He makes just as much as I do. So her 2,600 plus my 2,600, it's like, and obviously she works a hell of a lot more than I do. Like, I'm not going to sit here. And I know me, like, she's about to be a manager at her job. So she works hella harder than I do. But I'm just like, I didn't get to almost 36 to keep having to bust my ass at a job. Like, now I wanted to have a hobby to try to turn it into a business, but I would never leave my job that I'm doing now. First and foremost, I could do this job and still do another job because, like I said, I'm not doing shit. So it's kind of hard to be like, oh, well, I'm going to quit this job where it's giving me free money overnight to leave and do, like I said, I want to do a business. Like, I work from 12 to 8. The shit that I want to do is I can't do at that time anyway. So it's like I could start a business and do that business and still go to work all night and do that business. And it's like, that's what I base my life around. So it's like, yes, working graveyard, I'm not even going to lie to you, it's beating my ass. But at the same time, it's like, it works for what I want to do. You know, how I would like, it's free money that I'm getting consistently by doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So
okay. You got me beat. I'll give you that. Yeah, you got me beat 110%.
So it's like at the end of the day, I'm not saying, like, I'm not knocking anybody that do a good job at their job and they bust their ass and nothing like that. It's not me trying to gloat or nothing like that, but it's like I found a job that's very easy. And there's a lot of jobs out here that are in Vegas where it's like, okay, here's a crane, sit here and stare at this crane all night, and we will pay you to just literally stare at this crane, like stand at a post and here, this is what we need you to do all night, and we'll pay you for it. Easy money. Trust me, when you do a job like that, it's kind of hard to, like, damn, you know, I don't ever want somebody else to do this job. And this job is easy as fuck. Like, it's hard to be like, oh, well, especially when you figure out how much free time you have, you know, from doing the job. So it's like, that's the perfect part to me. It's like, I still can be a scribe in the kids' lives. I still know what they're doing and what they're getting into. Like, it's not taken away from anything to the point of my personal life. So, but yeah, if you can find a job like that, I will 110% say take it. $2,600 isn't like, you know, life-changing money. Yeah. Like, I'm never going to say that, oh, you know, it's exactly where I want to be. It's perfect amount. No, it's a great amount for the lifestyle that I choose to live right now. Now, yes, if that lifestyle changes, then yeah, I'm going to have to try to see, like, depending on if I want a bigger place or I want a new car or stuff like that. It's like, yeah, maybe this lifestyle can only get me so far. But the plus that, like I tell people I have, which I literally argue this with the homeboy all the time, who is, you know, a single guy who has a new car and, you know, he doesn't have a place or sorry, he's in the position of finding a place, but it's like he's having to choose. And, you know, he doesn't want to have a relationship because he doesn't want to deal with the burdens of having a relationship. But it's like I preach to him all the time, like having that second income helps. Like, I get the burdens with dating somebody and getting to know somebody, but I'll be the first person to tell, like, I'll be the first one to, bro, find you a chick that has a kid, you know, find a chick that has a kid in the place or whatever the case may be, and date that chick and get in there build you up some credit, deal with that. And then, if you don't want to be with her, you don't want to be with her.
Yeah.
Find you another chick and start something new. At least you had time to have a comfort place, get you a car, pay it off. Sometimes you have to pay your dues. Sometimes you got to suffer in the mud. And that's how I feel about stocks. It's like, if you're willing to lose money on stocks, why not lose money on a dumb bitch? It's like that logic don't make a lot of sense to a person like me. Like get where you need to be in life, then keep it moving. Keep it fucking moving.
Oh my God.
But people don't see it like that. Like I've dated chicks that have been in position of food stamps and welfare, and and I've abused that. It's a free meal. It's a free meal. So I gotta deal with her screaming ass kid or son or whatever, and I gotta deal with her bullshit, of course. But this is where it's gonna get me to a path of where I need to be and what I need to do. So it's one of those things where you gotta pay your dues, man. And I feel like a lot of people ain't willing to pay those dues, but they'll sit here and watch stocks, just like he just said, stare at that shit and hope to God it'll be good. Like, nah, I don't know. I'm more of a visual type of dude. I need to see where my money's going. It's just like I said about NBA. I know basketball. Like, can't nobody tell me otherwise. Like, I know sports. I know what these people are capable of, how much they can and cannot do. So it's like I'd rather take my chance on that than take my chance on a business that I don't know nothing about. Like, yeah, when it comes to fucking blackjack, that shit is rigged. Like, roulette, craps, that shit's rigged. Like, yeah, you can easily figure out the system and stuff like that, but I ain't got time for all that.
You probably shouldn't say that on a podcast, because isn't that like illegal?
I mean, yes, it's illegal, but it's just everything has a system. I mean, I'm not saying to do it. I'm saying that everything has a system. It's just like video games. Video games, if you can figure out the algorithm and how things work, you can win every game. It's just like with life. Like I don't feel like that's really promoting anything. I feel like you got 6-year-old kids out here.
Well, no,
beating people's
I'm not saying promoting. I'm saying the fact that you're saying that you can do it. I'm like, you may not want to say that you can do it.
I mean, I feel like it's a well-known fact. Like,
there's movies about it. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So it's like, I'm not gonna ever sit here and be like, I'm promoting anything or saying that, like, if you know anything about, like, 21 is a prime example of here. This is how it literally gives you a tutorial of how to win in blackjack. Like, people have been doing that for years. Now, how much you do it, now that's the problem. Because hindsight, I know guys that go to these casinos and count cards. But how, like, they don't, like, I feel like there's a limit to what you should and should not do. If you walk away with $200 and then come back, a month later, do another $300 at this casino. No harm, no foul. But it's like, if you're just gonna go someplace and try to win fucking millions of dollars in one hand, it's like, maybe you should set your goal a little bit lower. I feel like that's where people get weird and they get fucking greedy, to the point of where these casinos are like, motherfucker, like, we're not gonna sit here and just let you win millions of dollars on our fucking dime.
Yeah, I just was watching a video of a dude who basically got banned, I guess, from Vegas or whatever, because he kept, every time he went to a casino, he kept winning millions upon millions of dollars.
What's his name? Fucking Joe Rogan. Is it Joe Rogan who's the fucking banned from every casino out here? Is it Joe Rogan or the other dude? Not fucking Joe Rogan.
The dude who I was
a dude who owns the UFC.
Oh yeah.
Who's the dude that?
Dana White.
Dana White, yeah.
Dana White.
Dana White is banned from every casino out here because he does that shit. which is insane to a person like me because that motherfucker brings more money in for this town than anybody, which is crazy. So it's like if they're willing to ban him for kicking ass, good luck for anybody else. That's how I feel about that. It's like, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, you know, if you're good at something and you feel and you figure out how to beat the system, it's like, I mean, hey, make the system better. That's how I feel. But people don't do that. You know, they like these casinos take millions and millions of dollars from people every day. But it's like as soon as somebody figures it out, oh, now we're the problem.
Man, fuck that. I seen somebody get kicked out of South Point last year. That motherfucker was pissed too. He rolled. It had to have been 18 points in his game. And they literally threw him out. The shittiest part and the biggest part he had to argue was he was new. Like, I guess he had just turned 21. He was just, I guess, lucky as fuck. But that idiot didn't even bet. He just bet the pass line. So he didn't actually understand to bet on his point. So he was making a fuck ton of people money. He wasn't making any money himself.
No.
But yeah, they threw his ass off the table. They almost threw him out of the casino. And he was fighting to get, like, they let him stay, but he couldn't roll anymore.
But yeah, see, but it's just shit like that. Like, bitch, like, that's crazy to me. It's like, I get that, like I said, these rules, but like I said, I watch 6-year-olds come out here and I hear grown men complain about the shooting on 2K, for instance. But I know kids that come out here, make all shooting bills to come out here and smash these grown ass men. Shit, I'm some of these grown ass men that listen to these little ass kids come out here and put up 30, 40 points a game, and I'm just like, how did you figure out this algorithm to like make these shots or do these moves or whatever the case may be? So you sit here and listen to these kids play Fortnite. Like I watched my son play Fortnite, and you know he figured out the algorithm and stuff like that to be like, okay, I'm gonna wait for this long, and then I'm gonna stack up all my stuff and then go hunt whoever down. It's like, I ain't got patience like that, first and foremost. I'm trying to go find niggas to kill automatically. Like, I don't care what like, you can't tell me to sit here for 45 minutes and, you know, wait until the last second to go find people. What am I doing? Like, that's stupid to a person like me. But it's like these kids have patience and they figured it out to the point of where I'm hooking up little kids play Call of Duty. I can't play Call of Duty. First off, it's too fast. I can't take the fast. I'll be the first one killed my. I don't know how I can do this. This is too much. This is insane. But I just feel like everything has an algorithm. And it's like, if you can figure out that algorithm, it took me almost 9 months to figure out how to shoot on 2K. And I'm barely just understanding, okay, this is how you, like, I finally have a shot after spending thousands of dollars on builds and all kind of shit. Like, oh yeah, this is what works. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's I don't feel like it should be illegal. I feel like, yes, should you cap somebody after a while after they've made so much? Yeah, but you should never ban them. Like, especially if they figured out the damn system. Like, that's not fair. That's just not fair to a person.
You're supposed to be betting. The house is supposed to always win, though. So if you come in there and they lose, fuck that. You can't play. Simple as that.
So okay, so you're saying that you shouldn't ban these people? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, honestly, I've seen people win big in casinos.
Mm-hmm.
First thing they do is they offer you free room. Hell, I had a homie who's a fucking card counter, That motherfucker went in there and cleaned up. They got that dude 2 suites, all the alcohol he wanted. That shit was great. But the main reason they do that is because they want you to stay at their hotel. Because if you do that, then you're gonna gamble there. And they're like, yo, this motherfucker's streak cannot last this long. So they'll come back down with the sense that, oh yeah, I'm about to take this place, and then they lose a shit ton of money. And now the casino's happy. They give you a room that cost them nothing just to win their money back. So I mean, at the end of the day, that's all it is. At the end of the day, the house is going to win.
Who's here?
Uh,
I can't see.
It's Keys.
Yeah.
Oh, how about that? I can't see.
My bad. I was reading something. I got some interesting news, which I mean, since this is a men's podcast, I guess this is good to hear for men's health. But they said that microplastics have been found in every human testicles, with researchers saying the discovery might be linked to declining sperm counts in men. Microplastics found in every human.
No. You don't got to keep reading it. That don't mean nothing to a person like me.
Mhm.
I'm just saying, like, what does this have to do with hanging out in Vegas?
Oh no, I thought you were done. So I was just talking something. I thought you were done talking.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were done talking. I didn't know. My bad.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought you were done. That's the only reason I brought it up.
Your first idea is to talk about men's testicles. That's why I was like, that's what you got from that?
Well, this thing just popped up. And I'm like, hey, this is something that might be good for men to know about for the health. So hey, like I said, I just read it. This shit's crazy. Because this basically, this is what people have been saying for years, that there's plastic in everything and it's messing up. Like, what we eat is not good for you. And this right here, what this says is basically, yes, it's true. What we eat is fucking us up. Which is crazy. Like, this is like the first, I don't want to say, it's probably some other things, but this is the first thing I know I read that clearly says that, yeah, what we eat is probably destroying us as humans. Which is crazy. So that's why I said it's interesting. I mean, we're on men's podcast. I'm like, just for men's health. I mean, it's kind of something that y'all should know about. Something just so y'all know that, yes, what we're eating shitty stuff. And once again, it's some more evidence that this fucking country does not give a fuck about us unless you got money. If you ain't winning,
you should.
Yeah, really just so you know, when they gonna go down.
Wait, hold on. All right, go ahead. Who's saying what?
I don't know. Keys was saying something that he started off. I was saying you should really move.
Move?
Yeah.
What do you mean move?
Because, this country's fucking you up, so you should probably just move.
I knew that was coming.
Bro, everybody's always like, oh, this place is bullshit. Okay, well then I keep telling people, get the fuck out.
No.
Get the fuck out of California. Get the fuck out of the U.S. I just want to be able to drive without traffic. So as more of you motherfuckers get the fuck out of here, I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, it's like, I learned a long time ago that they don't really care. But how can you care about people that don't want to take care of themselves anyway? It doesn't matter. Like I said, it's I hate when people say that they don't care. It's like, I wouldn't care either. I'd put out I sit here on the game and, I live in a fantasy world. It's not like I'm changing a fucking world. Like, I hate when people say, oh, well, we need to do things as a collective. It's like, okay, well, what are you doing to save the fucking planet at the asshole? I'm not about to, I litter, I fucking do shit that I'm not supposed to. If I don't like the way this drink tastes, I will for sure throw it the fuck on the ground. I don't give a fuck. Like, fuck, I care. Like, I paid for it. It's like, especially when there's oodles and oodles of other trash around, it's like, why am I going to be the exception? That doesn't make any sense to a person like me. Like, now, don't get me wrong, if there's a trash available, of course I'm going to throw it in the trash. But if there's not, and I don't feel like holding this goddamn fucking cup anymore, I'm going to fucking throw it. Like, it's just, Like, I hate when people fucking talk about this fucking country needs to be better. It's like, like I said, what are you doing to make change? Oh my God, I'm getting fucked up.
I mean, I could tell you right
What
now
are you doing to?
I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing. I watch Captain Planet. That's exactly what I do.
Like I said, I used to watch
He's a hero.
Captain Planet when
Gonna
they fucking
change
when they used to have them on TV, but they don't have that no more. So it's like,
Oh, they don't have them anymore? Did they take it off?
It's been off the air.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Well, I don't know where the fuck you've been, but Captain Planet has not been a thing for fucking decades.
I don't know. I just say he should get the fuck out of here. You can still do the podcast from Russia, bro.
There are places that, are worse than America. And it's like, I tell people that. It's like, you want to talk about freedom of speech? There's some places where it's like, man, you even have a fucking opinion about your higher ups. They will literally pull a V for Vendetta on your ass and fucking toe tag the shit out of you. So I'm fine with being in America. First off, I talk a lot of shit. I couldn't imagine going somewhere else and not being able to talk shit. It's like, that's just not in my nature, first and foremost.
Shit.
But yes, I do agree with James. It's like, yeah, if you have such a problem with it, then try to spend a year in fucking Russia or Germany or any type of European regime.
Well, hold on. Well, okay, here, I'll get into this conversation. Hey, I'm not being hyperbolic saying that America's the worst nation in the world, but there's nothing wrong with pointing out that things can improve where they can improve.
Really? Because I got homies from other countries and they'll tell you flat out, you talk shit about the government, you either gonna disappear or you gonna be beat the fuck up.
Oh, I agree. That's why
like I said, be for Vendetta, 100%.
But it still doesn't mean that you can't sit there and say you can improve here, you can improve here, you can improve here.
But what's your
like I said, you can't do that in other places though.
I'm not arguing that though. That's not my argument.
But the argument that you're pulling up is actually goofy. You just said another thing that the country's fucking up. The food that we're eating is bad. No. You have a fucking choice. You're choosing to eat food that's bad. You can make your own fucking food. So whose fault is it now? It's still the government's fucking job. The government comes to your house and forces you to eat shitty food. No, you like the way shitty food tastes. So I know plenty of people that grow their own shit.
Yeah. Good point. I can't even argue.
I like it.
Gotta have your own.
I like a cheeseburger.
To grow your own shit.
Wait, say that again. Wait, say that again. No, wait. Say that again, Keith. Keith, go ahead.
You gotta have your own land to grow your own shit.
That's bullshit. That's not
true.
That is
bullshit.
That's not true. Too. I got a homeboy that grows his own vegetables. He has a goddamn house. There is no such.
You gotta have a house to grow your own shit.
No.
Bullshit.
Because you can't afford a house.
I know a chick that has an apartment balcony that literally grows her own fucking vegetables.
I've done it.
So miss me with that bullshit. Miss me with that bullshit.
Everybody got an apartment either.
Well, I mean, you can, wherever you living at, you can do it because you can get planter boxes. You can get cups.
I know a dude that is growing weed in an actual apartment building. He literally has a whole room that's dedicated to him growing his own weed.
Hold on. For having this conversation with somebody before, weed is different.
No, because he just started, like I said, growing his own vegetables. He just started growing his own vegetables and growing his own stuff. It's not just about weed. It's about you can grow your own shit. I know a dude who has chickens. He has a little chicken area in his house. He gets his own eggs. Miss me with that bullshit. Like you can have your own shit. Like, okay, maybe like if you want cows, pigs, and shit, okay, yes, I would agree with you. But you can get your own eggs. You can get fucking cage-free organic eggs. You can fucking get vegetables and stuff like that. It's like that's your choice. I'm sorry. I mean, I agree with James 100% on this.
You need room.
That's
for
fucking
all
bullshit
that shit.
at the end of the
No,
day.
you don't. You don't need room.
for all that
You
shit.
don't. That's one of them G excuses. You don't need room for all of that shit, bro. I've had an apartment before, like 500, 600 square feet, and I grew
Nigga, my place so
tomatoes.
small. When I'm coming in the front, I'm going out the back. Nigga, you need room,
No,
nigga.
but then that's
You
just
got
a
a
choice.
house full.
That's your choice that you don't want to do it. You just want to complain and bitch about the government.
No, you got a house full of people. You gotta be realistic. You ain't got no room
What
for
do you
no shit like
mean,
that.
bro? You can have a planter box that has nothing to do with room.
And who you gonna feed with it? Your rabbit?
That's like I said.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
It takes consistency
How many
and effort
people
to
you
do
gonna
that.
feed with that little box?
Are you fucking serious, bro? I've made fucking tomato plants, peppers. I've literally made everything to make guacamole for an entire summer. I have a homeboy that has
So you gonna survive off guacamole alone?
I mean,
Guacamole alone,
it's a
no.
fucking start. Because
I'm saying obviously you can't make everything. Like nobody's saying you can make everything. But I'm saying that
the point is it sustainable?
That's the point I'm getting at.
Yeah, it's sustainable. That's
okay, but
absolutely. It's absolutely sustainable. But again, the way you guys are fucking raised
I
now.
challenge James to make a YouTube channel where he only lives off of what he can grow in his house.
Oh, in an apartment. That's what it's
in an apartment. No, in an apartment full of people. It needs to be like a 2 to 3 bedroom. And everybody in every room needs to be occupied. That's the challenge.
Here's the thing about that.
But look, he can't go to the grocery store for shit.
Here's the thing about that. How much money we talking?
You ain't got no money.
No. I don't do shit for free. So how much money we talking? If I'm motivated to do something, please believe I'm gonna fucking do it. But I'm a hustler. So how much money we talking? So y'all motherfuckers scrape together y'all money because all y'all gonna do is complain about this shit and come up with the $5. It's not worth it to me. Motherfuckers.
All I'm saying is be realistic.
Yeah, I am real. Dude, I've done this shit for years. Again, bro, y'all just built different. I've done it for years.
Like I said, I will say that yes, if you're trying to grow everything, but like yes, if you're saying that nothing can be grown, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I agree like
the thing what he's
it's
saying
like
is
what are you
okay, hold on. I'm not disagreeing with the growth.
Let me ask this. Let me ask
what I'm
this.
saying is how the hell
when it comes to what foods are you complaining about that are bad for you? Let me ask that.
Oh, no, I was just reading the article, so I wasn't really complaining about food. But if you want to talk about, okay, hold on, wait. But if you talk about just in general, what foods are bad for you, I mean, from my understanding, pretty much almost everything's bad for you because everything uses hormones, everything uses things that's not supposed to go in your body. Like what you got, like eating chips and Cheetos are bad.
Okay, but that's not what I'm asking you. I'm saying what. Okay, you feel like the government doesn't care. That's what you just said in this thing. Yes. You feel like the government doesn't care. So I'm saying when it comes to foods that you eat. That I'm saying, what would you feel like? Like, okay, like for instance, I just got done hearing a fucking texture on Lunchables. They put lead and mercury and all this other shit in Lunchables. I don't give a fuck. It has 11 grams of protein in it. It gets me by a fucking 8-hour shift. That motherfucker can have everything it wants. I don't care. It's quick. It's easy. I ain't got to heat it up. I can just eat it and go. So it's like all this shit I've been eating Lunchables since I was a kid. If I get some type of mercury poison or lead poison, it is what it is. It's like, why am I sit here and fucking think about all this extra shit? Like it's dumb. It's ridiculous. Okay, you motherfuckers here. Yeah. But
I'm with you, bro.
I'm just like we all like fucking convenience at the end of the day. It's I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and keep like arguing this or nothing like that, but it's like saying that I can't and the government, and it's like you like convenience. Like I said, I like a cheeseburger just as much as the next motherfucker. Like if I ain't gotta cook, I ain't gotta cook. But I'm not gonna buy this cheeseburger and be like, man, the government don't care about me. They fucking trying to kill me. Like that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense, bro.
See this shake I'm drinking? That's because the government don't care about me. This bullshit. Hate this country.
It's like who wants to go make a shake? Like I can go buy ice cream. I can go buy milk and ice and an ice maker and all this other shit. Of course you can do all of that. But it's like I go to Jack in the Box, go to this drive-through, have these people who get paid to make this food for me. It's not like they're doing it for fucking slaves or 2 pennies on the nickel. No, they're doing it for a fucking certain rate. Like you act like you're contributing towards fucking murder and all this other extra shit. No, you're contributing to somebody who makes a certain X amount of dollars to fucking pay to make this shake. I feel like fast food. I look at fast food like this. You are getting paid, so I'm literally helping you do like your business. I'm contributing to your business, so you can get your hours a week. It's a cycle. I don't look at it as the government saying "fuck you," "I hate you," "you're a piece of shit." Like, no, I'm not. That's such a fucking weird thing to say to a person.
Oh shit!
It's like weed. I feel like weed has a bunch of pesticides in it. It's so corporate now that makes people come back for more and more and more. I watch people fiend over this shit like it's goddamn cocaine. But it's like, I'm not saying, oh, well, weed is bad for you and it's addicting. Nobody who smokes weed out here, I'm not going to say anywhere else, but I work for a dispensary that puts all of these chemicals in their weed that makes people come back for it. There's no way you can tell me that motherfuckers are not addicted to this shit. I watch niggas buy pre-rolls 3 times a night at fucking $18 a fucking pre-roll. That's a fucking addiction. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck what you tell me. That's a lot of money spent on an hour high. Nah, that's stupid to a person like me. That don't make no goddamn sense.
You do realize they purposely make junk food addictive so people can eat it.
Yes.
And I'm not disagreeing. Nobody's fighting you on that. But I'm like, okay, Ed.
They also make it delicious.
That's what I'm saying, let me know when a bag of Teddy Grahams tastes like a salad, then we can talk. Because I'll go through a whole bag of Teddy Grahams in a heartbeat. But will I go through for a whole salad? No.
It's funny though, because it actually is like literally stuff wrong with our food to the point to where in other countries it's illegal.
Fact.
Okay, but are you stop saying that? Are you okay? So here we go again. Answer the question. What foods are bad for you? And next question, are you eating those foods?
What foods are good for you?
You guys trust me insane.
No, G answered your question. So I'm asking you and the opposite. What food is good for you?
G never answered shit.
I actually technically did. You guys didn't listen.
What did you say? What did you
I said the Cheetos. I said
you said all foods are bad.
Yeah, but I also specifically said Cheetos are bad for you. I said the meat because of what stuff they put in the meat. But yeah, I said for the most part, most of it, yeah, pretty much all of it's bad for you for the most part.
Like I said, okay, because you're asking me what foods are good for you. I'm not fighting you on foods are good. I'm just saying if you have a problem, or just like James said, if you have a problem with this country and what they're doing, go get your passport and get the fuck out because you're a part of the problem. What are you doing? Like why bitch about it? I'm not bitching. I didn't bring up this topic.
Yeah, G did.
I'm sitting here just saying that, oh, well, you're bitching about this foods are bad for you, and the government doesn't give a fuck about.
But then the argument is that we're just supposed to keep letting bad shit happen to you and don't do anything about it.
You acting like the government is your fucking uncle or something. Like he's supposed to take care of you. Like he doesn't care about.
Is your father or mother? Okay. Bigger question. If you were one person in the government has whatever 50 people, 40 people. If you were one person, you get paid by the people, and you are one person saying like, "Oh, poppycock, blasphemy! I can't be a part of this killing people and corn starches." And it's like, and you make a plan to be like, oh, "Okay, well, we should change things." And 49 of them people out of 50, because you're the 50th person, are like, "Fuck you, this is what gets us paid." You would just be like, well, fuck it. Fuck you, I don't want no part of this. No, you got a family to feed. You have to go along with an agenda. Now, I'm not saying that you would go along with that agenda or you would accept that, but I'm saying that if you're in that position and you see people's addiction, you're going to keep feeding. It's like video games have gotten nothing but better. It's not that they're thinking like, okay, how can we make people smarter? How can we make people less addicted? Oh, let's make VR to make people say, fuck reality. We're going to put them in the virtual world. It's like, you're going to go based off of what is addicting.
Yeah, but you make it seem like it's a crime to call this stuff out. Like, just because you don't do doesn't mean you can't call it out. At least
I'm not saying it's a crime. I'm saying it's fucking pointless. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it doesn't seem to be, because it seems like a lot, like I said, a lot of laws have been passed because people have kept speaking up about it.
Okay,
whether they're good or bad.
What laws? Because I don't know about any laws that were passed about making food better or.
I mean, think about like some of the protection rights, like some of the protection rights of like our trees or our forests. Where like you can't just cut down a tree without
Not talking about trees. We're talking about food. We're not talking. Don't please don't change the subject. We're talking.
I'm not
about
changing the subject. I'm just giving you an example of the laws that were changed.
Okay, but I want to know what laws have been passed for food. That's what I'm asking you.
Oh,
food.
well, laws.
You can't collect rainwater.
I don't know that's a correlation, but yeah, that is a law.
Well, I don't collect rainwater for what? Like, I don't understand. And you, like, what's the law? Like, okay, how is that hurting? Like, I'm not understanding how that's affecting, like, what is, like, I don't know. You got to give me more context. Like, you can't collect rainwater, mic drop. Like, what was the problem with collecting rainwater to the point of where they made a law where you can't collect rainwater?
Oh, you see that?
Because they weren't getting a piece of the pie.
That's like, okay, that's like me saying, okay, the breakaway rim was invented. That's like, okay, what do you mean the breakaway rim was invented? It's because Shaq, every time he dunked, he fucking broke the rim down, so they had to create a whole different basketball rim. It's like that's an example of
the government. The government not here for us. It's like Total Recall. Niggas want us to pay for air. They don't give a fuck. That's all. I'm just clowning. They don't care. All they care about is making sure their money is right. They don't give a fuck about none of this shit.
I'm saying, why do they? It's okay. For instance, like I said, I work at a dispensary. Like I said, everything in this store is insured. If a guy comes in there with a gun and says, "Hey, I want everything," yes, I'm a security guard. But why the fuck am I gonna sit here and stop a bullet from? Like, the millionaires aren't there. Like, I'm here as a lower level employee protecting your shit. If I die, you're gonna hire another lower level employee to protect your shit. So I'm sitting here saying, like, why do they have to care? It's like I had this argument with my children, no offense, but it's like, why does the person have to care about you? You have to care about you. Like, that makes no sense. That makes no sense to a person like me. It's like, why do you care so much about a person caring about you?
Because
like I said, this guy's ruthless. Last episode, how this son he come off as ruthless.
I can't
He
even
don't give a
understand a
fuck
word
about
you're saying because you're laughing. I
No,
can't even understand.
I said last time I said this guy is ruthless. All he care about is his and him and his. That's it. That's as far as it goes.
Yeah, but that's what you're supposed to do. Why would you care about some other shit?
Because sometimes external factors can affect you.
What external factors are you guys talking about that are going to affect me?
I mean, well, like we're talking about, like the stuff that they put in our food. Like I didn't vote for that
How is that
stuff.
affecting me?
Because
That's my choice. That's my choice. If I don't like what they're putting in the food, I can just go get other
yeah,
food.
but was it always your choice? Yeah, now that you know about it, but at the time you didn't know about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what about your youth? What about your kids? I'm just saying they can put the stuff in your food and you don't even know about it.
Yeah, what about my kids? I teach my kid how to fucking cook.
Yeah, but that takes time.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do as a parent. You're supposed to take time to fucking teach your kids. And at the end of the day, when they're an adult, they make their own decisions on what they want to do.
But that's still that's in negating my argument of saying like this stuff that they do can still negatively affect you. Like the stuff they put in meat. If you go to the grocery store, you're not slaughtering and killing you and getting your own meat. You're going to the grocery store and they put all kinds of additives in that stuff. You don't have a choice in that.
I mean, I go to the butcher, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, but that's not the common person. Most people don't go to the butcher.
Yeah, and whose fucking fault is that?
But
So
I'm just saying,
you're faulting me for some shit that you guys don't do? The fuck does that make?
Well, no, what I'm saying is that
now you sound like the government.
Now, no, what I'm saying is external factors that you have no control over can negatively affect you without you even knowing, without you even having any say. That's the point.
No,
that's why you're supposed to care.
The only reason you don't know
cuts off the mold and sell it to you.
Oh my God! Here we go.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I can see you a video. I can see you a video.
Are the worst glass half empty motherfuckers on the planet,
bro.
I'm gonna see you a video.
I'm gonna see you a video.
How is it an excuse?
Because it is an excuse.
How is it an excuse?
It's never your fucking fault. It's always somebody else's fault.
If everybody goes to the the supermarket to get meat, that's where we all get it. How is it our fault? That's not what we know. But
everybody, I just said I go to the butcher. You said, well, not everybody does it. Okay.
So
not everybody goes to the grocery store to get their fucking meat, bro.
Yeah, but most people do. That's not like
okay, that's most people. Like I said, so that's not my fucking problem that you don't.
No, but it's still
whether you go to the grocery store or the butcher, y'all, neither one of y'all motherfuckers know what that meat done been through. So fuck it.
This is a useless.
Look, we all fucking the world raw dog anyway. We don't know what's in none of this shit. Man, all we can do is assume and look up and be like, oh, this is fucked up. At the end of the day, it's all fucked up. It's all been fucked up, and it just is what it is.
Nigga, like I said, niggas will sit here and argue about this, but they'll fucking sit here and debate this and disagree with this. But like I said, this is shit I just got done saying about young niggas. Not you guys, but I'm saying like niggas will talk about. I just had some old ass white dude come up to me and talk about Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef, and I'm just like, niggas will really fucking sit here and analyze this shit. But this is what we're arguing about. Nobody's really disagreeing with anybody. It's like at the end of the day, you feel like the government should do better. We feel like the government doesn't care. It's like, why does the government have to care for your choice? He's 100% right. It's your choice to eat this meat. You can go out and hunt your own. You can go out and be like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go get a little cow, raise this little cow up to be a big cow, and fucking kill this cow. I want to rent a space where I can murder this cow.
Hold on, I'm the government. You better have a permit for that.
Okay, I can buy a permit. I can murder this cow on my own time, get my own meat, get my own ribs, so I know where it's coming from. Like, you don't have, he's completely right. You don't have to go to the store. You don't have to get the pesticides in your meat. Nobody's disagreeing saying that, oh, well, you're 100% wrong that they're not putting shit in the meat or to make you sterile or whatever your fucking case is that you're fucking saying. It's like right now, every part of me wants to go to McDonald's. First off, it's 108 degrees outside, so I'm making burgers. I'm not going outside, and that's a goddamn choice. Now, is these burgers fucking good for me and healthy? I can buy lean meat all day long. But it's like, fuck, I had a choice. I had a choice to either make the burgers I had in the freezer or go to McDonald's. It's a choice.
Okay. So how am I supposed to raise a cow in an apartment?
Jesus.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't say that. I said you can rent a space. He says that you need a permit. I'm saying you can murder this child. You can kill it, skin it, whatever the case may be. That's all possible. You can do that. Like I said, you can pay for the space to get this cat, this, like I said, to get this small cow to grow up to be a big cow. But James said it's the best. It's time. It's going to take time. It's not just going to happen. Oh, I go to McDonald's, let me get a Big Mac, a chicken sandwich, and a couple burgers. Like, no, you're going to have to take fucking time to do all of that. And that's the one thing that I always emphasize. People want convenience. People want to bitch about the convenience, but it's like, they're like, oh, but they want to kill you, but I'll be the first nigga at Taco Bell. Be the first nigga at Burger King. Be the first nigga at fucking all these fast food places or these fucking grocery stores because it's already packaged and cut for you. So, like, miss me with that bullshit at the end of the day. Oh, well, what about your kids? Man, leave my fucking kids out of it. Shit. And
you don't have a choice because you're feeding them that stuff, so they're already like part of it.
Like I said, when you have kids and you see how hard it is to navigate this world, the last thing you're going to give a fuck is about, oh, God forbid, my kid needs to eat more healthy. And he's 100% right. I taught my kid a long time ago how to make breakfast instead of hunting breakfast out. How to make food, how to fucking make vegetables, cut up vegetables, do this, do that. I'm saying, like, that's bullshit. You have to take accountability. Stop saying that, oh, well, you this, you that. Do we eat out? Of course we do. But it's like, it's not just the world's problem. It's not the world.
That's our argument. We are saying it is a world's problem. It's just the only difference between your argument and our argument is that do you care or don't you care?
No, we're realistic about it.
Well, no, we are too.
I got one for you. What about the fact that all health, most majority of food that's actually somewhat good for you that you should be eating is more expensive?
Yeah. What about it?
So if it's more expensive, how can it be a choice for a poor man?
Oh my God! You need to make more money.
Need to make more money. That's your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. I will say, okay, no, because I've had this argument with most people. Like I said, I don't smoke, I don't drink. When we go out to eat, I choose to eat at places that actually cook food instead of fast food. Now, it doesn't happen. I would say it's probably like an 80-20 thing. I would prefer to go to a place that cooks the food, like actually on a grill, boiled, whatever the case may be. But 20% of the time, I might go to a Jack if I'm just in a bind and I'm tired. So with the higher, like I just had this argument. Like I said, I have a friend that he chooses weed over food. He'll scramble his refrigerator at work. He'll beg people for their scraps. He'll steal food at work, but he's addicted to weed. So people now I don't know if anybody smokes or drinks or puts their money towards bullshit. But I know a lot of people in Vegas. I can't speak for anywhere else on this planet. But I know a lot of people had choose $15 cigarettes, $10 cigarettes over spending that extra dollars on organic peanut butter or fucking extra groceries. I'm the type of nigga, I would spend $300 on fucking groceries in a heartbeat. But I like to buy a $70 video game, but I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't have a car, I don't have gas. I bought it. I spent $1,600 on a electric bike versus a car because that, in my mind, is much easier. It's much efficient. So I have infinite electricity. So it's like, just like James said, you can choose to not choose and to do different things. Where you live, if it's like, oh, well, I don't live in a place that allows me to have an electric bike. That's your choice. That's your choice.
Not your choice.
Because I spend ample of money on video games.
That can't be your choice. That's all you can afford.
Hold on. Listen to me. I spend ample of money on video games. I buy hundreds of dollars worth of VC, whatever the case may be. But I have a stock refrigerator of the shit that I like. Stock cabinets of the shit that I like. So my question to you is, when it comes to what's a poor man, is it just a choice? What are you buying? Because I just said what I buy. It's like, what are you buying to the point of where you can't buy better food? Or just anybody? Is it not a choice? Do you smoke? Do you drink? Do you have bad habits? It's like, I don't have a bunch of kids. I chose to stop having kids a long time ago because I knew I don't want to keep paying these prices. Niggas will straight up tell me, oh, well, it wasn't a choice, I just love this pussy, so I had to, do what I need to do, and I done had 6 kids. Nah, that was a choice, nigga.
Look, I would say there's a lot of single mothers that would beg to differ about choices when they have to feed and 2 or 3 kids.
A lot of single mothers that are fucking the system to all hell.
No. I'm saying when they have to choose between, I could buy this orange juice for $10, or I could buy these 2 things, these 2 big ass jugs of this purple drink to stretch through the rest of the couple weeks, or this orange juice that's gonna last me 1 day. So it's one of those things where there's choices out there, but there are people out there that are limited on their choices of what they could do based off their situations.
Okay, and then single mothers. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that every single mother in the situation that they're in, but yet again, like I say all the time, there are programs in place out here in Vegas to save single mothers. I don't know not one single mother that is getting less than $400 to $500 of food stamps a month. I don't know not one. So first and foremost, there are programs in place to help them with housing. There are shelters in place to make sure they eat, to make sure they stay on their feet. So, like I said, I can't say everywhere, but where I live, there are the 2 things out here. Listen to me. And the 2 things that they protect out here in Vegas are kids and elderly. And it's like, I can't speak for anywhere else. So, like I said, if you can give me some insight on why you feel like that, where you live, then okay.
Now, we Black. Now, we done seen people live off of aid for years. And and just like when I was talking to my Caucasian friend, because he's completely against any form of aid. And so it's like, it looks good on the outside, but at the end of the day, that little help it helps. It helps, but you're very limited on choices with what they help provide, which is not a bad thing, because of course you got to get out and get it yourself if you want more. But with in their current situations, that's why they end up having those choices where they got to get stuff that stretch. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty. That's the beauty part of a Black mother and stuff like that. When they get this $500 of food stamps or $300 of food stamps, whatever it is. When they get that, they know how to make it stretch and last the whole month, right? And that's the big deal, and that's one of the ways they make it stretch. They might not always get the healthiest food. They might have to get a few cases of noodles. They might have to get juice drink instead of actual, healthier juice. Like Dave Chappelle said, growing up on that government says that I want that purple stuff, because it's what we grew up
that's
on.
a different argument, but that's a completely different argument. Now you're going based off of what a whole gender and race is going based off of. It's like, to me, that's not fair to sit here and, because you're saying, what you said is, what you still didn't answer the question. What you said is, okay, why does more expensive food that's good for you cost more? And it's like, I'm saying, you got to admit, black mothers, stop boasting black mothers, but I'm just boasting mothers in general. Mothers in general, in this day and age, make a lot of fucked up choices, especially black mothers. Whether I want to get my nails done, I want to sell 100 of these food stamps because I want to go get $100 on my, because I grew up with seeing that. Oh, well, I'm gonna sell $200 of these food stamps and get 100 back because I want to get my nails done. I want to go to the club. We've all been a prodigal of that, or seen that. And stop making it seem like black mothers are just, they queens and they this, they that. Miss me with that bullshit, bro. Like that.
Now I don't want to say no names.
Unrealistic. That's so unrealistic.
I don't want to say no names, but yeah, there's plenty of women like that, and I despise them. But I also know some women. I'll mention one, but I don't want to mention them by name. This is a real person.
Okay.
They had a child. They were in love, or young love. They had a child, and the child's father got passed away, got shot. Devastated. Okay, so trying to move forward with life, going on. Boom. Fall in love again. Okay, cool. Everything's cool. Things looks like gonna get better. I got love again. That baby daddy gets shot. So now you got two kids, two daddies gone. All right. You had another baby, got another baby daddy, another relationship. And things seems like to be good, but now this baby daddy might as well be dead because he ain't shit.
Okay, well, there's a common fucking denominator in all of that.
That being said, they not very materialistic. They not very they're not excited to get their hair and nails done. I mean, they would like to be able to afford to do that stuff, and if somebody does it for them, they'll most definitely appreciate it. But you know what I'm saying? They're not ashamed to go to Payless or Walmart to get shoes. They don't really try to live above their means. Matter of fact, most of the shit that they try to do when they go out is free, like walking around the park or going to the museum. But they go through those same issues that I mentioned. All I'm saying is that the problem does exist, and that some people, even though you say people, oh, this is a choice, sometimes there is some choices out there for some people, but some people's circumstances takes away a lot of choice. That's all I'm saying. But the problem is, a lot of us, we look at what we can do or what we have done or what somebody else done that we know, and we feel like, oh, they can do it too, but we don't know that person's circumstances, what that person been through, educational background, financial backing. We don't know what that person is going through to be able to say that this person has all these choices because they in America. That's it's just unrealistic. Even the people who come over here, they support each other so well, and that's what gives them the choices that they end up having. We talked about it last podcast where they'll move in together, pay for that house and move into the house next door and do it all over again. But a lot of us out here, and I'm not speaking from like on a personal level, but I'm just see a lot of people out here that just don't have those choices. They try their best to have those choices, but they just don't. They don't say they can't. They say they'll try, or they'll put their best foot forward, and they do that, but they come up short. So does that mean, oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's their choice. That's why they're fucked up. Like, no, they tried. They're not. They tried. They're trying to be able to have better choices, but unfortunately in a situation they don't have the better choice.
Yep. So they just keep trying, right? I mean, none of us on here have $1 million. I don't have $1 million, but I wake up every morning and drag my ass out of bed and go to work and fucking grind and then work every fucking day, 7 days a week. So what makes that person who's trying but just came up short any better than me?
Everybody got choices.
They really fucking do.
Right.
They
But
really do.
I think what ends up happening is people who get in certain positions when the little people can't seem to be able to get in that same position, we as people look down on them and say it's a choice.
Oh God, here we go again. Here we go again. Feel sorry for the helpless son of a bitch. No, bro. I'm gonna cut you off right there, man. I'm sorry. We just had that argument. It's like you can't keep pushing that, bro. Like, really? Like, we need to feel sorry for the person that came after us that can't figure it out. Come on, my guy. Come on.
So you saying it's not good? It's not good. And so you saying it's not good to reach back? That's what you're stating?
I'm saying you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make the motherfucker drink. So no. Listen to me. I would say I know 3 generations of women, grandmother, mother, and daughter, that literally each one has taught their child to get on welfare, to get on Section 8, and to basically abuse the system. I know more women like that of African American descent than just like we said, Mexicans will. I know older Mexican women that will, I know older Mexican women that will sit there and take the bus to work, bust their ass at the wind, do it every day. They don't start no drama. And then they teach their daughters to do the same thing. Go to work, put your head down, do your job, don't start no shit. And they work there for 20 plus years, 30 plus years, get their benefits, and they teach the next generation and the next generation. I'm sorry, like I said, I know white women that have taught their daughters to become businesswomen. And like I said, I'm not saying every black woman does this, but I'm saying I know a majority of more black women that in my generation and in my life, let me emphasize on that. In my 35 years of living, that's what I've seen. It's like a 90-10 thing, a 95-5 thing. I've seen some black women that go on to teach their daughters to be great women. But it's not like, if we're talking about statistics and numbers, it's a fact. It's a fact that we know more black women that are teaching their daughters to be better, to be, independent. Bro, come on, you can name one. I can go on Facebook and show you 20. I don't care. I'll call people out. I don't give a shit. I'm not like you.
So you don't believe in reaching back?
But see, that's just it. I'm asking
the question. I'm saying you don't believe in reaching back.
But what do you mean by reaching back?
I believe in leading a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink.
What do you mean by reaching back? That's what I want to know.
What I'm saying, based off of I'm listening to based off the statement. It's like, oh well, you know what? I know that if I help people, they're not going to take my help, so I'm just not going to reach back.
But again, it just depends on what you. That's why I said, what do you mean by reaching back? Because I can tell you right now, I've went back to my junior high school. They've told me they wanted me to come speak to the kids, and I was like, man, I didn't think I was like that. And literally, I'm giving these kids a speech, and I didn't really know what the fuck I was going to talk about. But honestly, the teacher said something to me that shocked the fuck out of me. They said, look, we remember you when you went here and you were a fuck up. So the fact that now you've actually made it, you can give these kids hope. So, I mean, yeah, that's crazy as hell to sit there and talk to a group of kids and be like, man, when I was in you guys' shoes, I was a fucking idiot. I wasn't doing shit right. But yeah, now, I mean, I got something, I guess you can say, to show for it. So that's reaching back.
I have to give you money. That goes back to what we said on the last podcast, though. It's like now, but James, you would have had to give each kid the blueprint. And that blueprint isn't going to work for all 10, 20, 30 of those kids. You can lay it out 100%. I can sit here for an hour and tell you everything I went through. Everything. I done got shot at. So you're going to have to get shot at. Then go wake up one night and realize, okay, I don't want to get shot at no more. You're going to have a kid. And you know, and like, I'm not saying that your wife did or didn't, but you know, we're going to have your wife have complications and fucking issues and struggles, and you're going to have to starve. Like I said, you can give somebody the blueprint, but it doesn't mean they're going to be like, wait a minute, I got to starve, I got to struggle, I got to get shot at. Yes, this is what it took. This is what it took. You have to have a health scare. Everything that made you isn't going to help the next person. That's what your argument is weird to me. It's like, unless you're going to give every single detail about the blueprint of your life, then, and like have that person follow suit. I mean, every family member has to be the same. Every situation has to be the same. Like, I can never tell anybody, oh, help the next person. I can give you advice. Exactly. But it's like, if you don't take it, then you don't take it. Why am I going to keep giving advice if I can't give you the blueprint? You're not going to take the blueprint because it's not going to work for you.
Anyways, with that being said, I want to thank y'all for checking out the podcast. I want to thank James. I want to thank Keith. I want to thank Keith for being here. We definitely appreciate it. Make sure to do me a favor on your way out to subscribe or follow wherever your platform is at. Make sure to check out the Cliff Channel, Fit the Description podcast on YouTube. And also make sure to check us out on various different podcast platforms. I definitely appreciate it. Thank y'all for checking us out. And we will be back next week with a new podcast. Have a good one.